Hi friends, today I am going to tell you about some more attributes in the image tag. Next, already you know about the image tag. And here in the SRC we are going to represent the path of the image. Next, we can mention height and width also. Height is equal to something. I am giving 500 pixels, and the width is 500 pixels. Now save it and check the output. Yes, now you are getting the image. Now the one more attribute that we can use in the image is SRC set. In this SRC set, what we can do is we can mention the number of images. We can list out the number of images. On the desktop, what are the images I have is I have the images are a.jpg, b.jpg, ds.jpg, c.jpg. Now what I am doing is at here in the SRC we can represent the list of the images, and now what I am doing is, and we can mention the width also. Already here we have mentioned the a.jpg, that's why here what I am doing is I am using b.jpg. After give some space and mention the width. How to mention? With the word W. Here the W means width, and again give comma. After give space. If you forget the space, you will not get the output. You will not get the perfect output. That's why only again give space and type c.jpg. And the next image is space ds.jpg. If you want to mention the width, you can mention the width. Here what I am for this C, what I am doing is I am mentioning 300. The width is 300, 400. WMSB point width. Now refresh the page. If you observe here, you are getting DS. What it is doing? DS is 400. The width is 400. What is doing? Automatically it will select the image from those all images. From the list of images, what it is doing? It is selecting the images. From the list of images, it is selecting the image. If you mention SRC. And here, if I mention 1x, save it. Okay. Now ds.jpg I am giving 2x. You are not getting any difference. 500 width, save it. What is doing? It is accepting this thing. It is selecting this image. By using SRC set, what is doing? It is selecting the image from the all images. And next attribute that we can use in the image tag is sizes. Image tag is sizes. If I don't want to give more images, I have done this. Wait, 2 images are enough. Next, here what I am doing is I am using one more attribute, that is sizes. Size, what it allows the user to write the media queries. Here what I am doing is I am writing in the double quotation what I am, when the minimum width is WIDTH, when the minimum width is 600 pixels, when the minimum width is 600 pixels, then it will apply those styles. The 200 pixels, comma, here I am writing 50 VW. Here the VW means viewpoint. The image will be 50 pixels wide. The image will be 200 pixels wide. Refresh the page. Still you are getting same output. The minimum width is 600 pixels. Here if you observe, here you are not getting any output. VW 200 pixels, the minimum width is 600. Here what I am doing, I am removing height and width. Delete. Now save it. Refresh the page. It is decreased. Why? It is decreased to 200 pixels. By default what it is doing, it is applying the height and width which are given in those things. If I delete, then it is applying those styles. If the minimum width is 600 pixels, then now what I am doing is I am decreasing size. Yes. Here now I am using 1x. What is doing, again it is selecting other image which is in the b.jpg. By src set, what is doing, it is selecting the image randomly. Refresh the page and I am decreasing the width. It is changed. I mean, if you observe, it is changed. When I decrease the size, I am not doing anything. By default it is like this. By default it is like this. When I decrease the width, what is doing, it is changing to ds. You are getting this image which is in 1x. 1x means the default one. If I use 2x, you will get the half of the size. You will get half of the size on that image. Now again, now what I am doing, I am using 3. Now what you will get, 1/3 of that image. You will get 1/3 of the size in that image. Next, this is image src. Here you are not getting. Here I will, if I use maximum width, max, save it. Here still you are getting the same output. %, viewpoint, image, save it. Now you are not getting any image because of this error. Because of that error, you are not getting any image. So, because we forget to mention the double quotations. Now you are getting that image, 1/3 of that image. Here what I am doing is, now again I am doing I am making it 400 W, 400 width. Refresh the page, you are getting bigger one. You are getting bigger one. Decrease. It is decreased. When the maximum size is 600 pixels, what is happening? It is decreased to 200 pixels. It is decreased to 200 pixels. It is applicable when you mention the width only. When you mention 400 W width, 400 wide, then only here the W means wide. When you mention W, then only it is work. If you mention 1x, it will take the default size. That's why only better to use wide. When you are using maximum width, when you are writing any query in the sizes, better to use wide. Better to mention size in the wide. This is image attributes. Next we are going to see about table tag. Already you know what is the table. Now what I am doing is I am dividing that table into three parts. First one is table header, and the second one is table body. And the third one is table footer. How to mention those tags in our table? Whatever the content you have in the table header, you will get that content in the top rows. Whatever the content you have in the table footer, you will get those content in the bottom rows. Now what I am doing, I am executing that one. First create the table, table table, and close the table. In that table, what I am doing, T head means table header. The meaning of T head is table header. In that I am writing everything in the simple manner. I have only one row. Here what I am doing is I am writing two columns, TD. Okay, I will use TH, table header, TH. In the TH I am writing some ENGLI SH English and marks, English marks. It's very easy to understand. Next TH I am writing some max marks. Next close the TH, save it. The table header is over. Next thing is we can write anywhere. Okay, table body. After table header, what you will get? You will get table body. If I write table foot, T foot, open the T foot and close it T foot. When I write T foot, what is the output you are getting? Check it. Table row. Here what I am doing is I am writing the total. I am keeping this thing in table header also, and I am going to use call span is 2. Already you know what is a call span. Call span is equal to 2. Why we are using? We are using call span to merge the two cells. Those are in the two columns. Next, here I am writing result. Result is 1. Okay, result is equal to some 500. I am writing like this. Save it. Now refresh the page. I am closing this one. Refresh the page. You are writing the table like this. Both are in. First one is T head. After T foot, what I am writing the T body. Table body, BO dy body, close T dy body. In that body, what I am doing, I am creating the row TR and close the TR. In that table row, what I am doing, again I am writing TD, close TD. The marks into it is 100 and the marks in the max is some 300. Close the TD. Refresh the page. Where you are getting? Here first I am writing table header, next I am writing table footer, after that I am writing, at last I am writing table body. But here how you are getting? First I will mention the border, then you can understand. Border is equal to 1. If I mention border, then you can understand easily. First what I am doing, this first I am writing table header, next I am writing table footer, at last I am writing table body. But here you are getting the content which is in the table header is first, the content which is in the table footer is at last, the content in the table body is in the middle. Now we can use one more tag. Already you know the caption tag. Open the caption and close the caption. In that caption I am writing student details, just I am writing MERS marks. Save it, refresh the page, you are getting lines. Now we have one more tag, that is call group. What I am doing, I am writing outside of the table. Is it correct? COLGROUP, call group, and close the call. In that call group, what I am writing is columns SPAN span is equal to 2. Next, BG color is equal to, will you get the output? BG color is equal to red. Here what I am doing is I am giving BG color red. Why we are using call group? We are using call group to mention the styles for the particular columns. How many here you have in this span, you have to mention for how many columns you are giving the styles. If you refresh, are you getting any output? No. Why? Because we are applying these styles to the table, but those are not table. That's why we have tried those things in the table. Control V, save it. Now you are getting the styles. In this span, if I use one, then you are getting only for the first row. The seconds at last in the table footer, what we are doing, it have only one cell. But it is occupying the space of two cells. That's it. Now you understand call group to mention the number of columns. By using this column, we can apply the styles. BG color. If you want to apply styles for the particular columns, we are using call group and call. We can use any line style sheet also. Style is equal to, I will tell you this thing about later. Okay. Here we are applying styles for the first column. Now I want to apply the styles for the second column. Now what I will do is, will call space BG color is equal to YELLOW. Here I am writing like this. Now refresh the page. It is applying the styles for the second column. In this span, here I am not using the attribute span, but you are getting the output. Why? Because if you don't mention the span, it will apply those styles to the all remaining columns. This is a simple table. Already you know. Now the table tag is over. Next what we are going to see is, now we are going to see about the form tag, data list, description list. It's very easy. Description list, it have list items. Description list, it has DL means description list. In that description list, it have description term and definition description. First one, description list, definition list. We can call this DL as description list or definition list. It have DT, definition term, DT. In the DT, what I am writing is, I am writing some HTML. Next I am writing one more, that is DD. Here you have to mention description about the definition, description or definition about that term, Here I am writing, if you want to HTML is a insensitive language. The browser can understand only the HTML. It is not a case sensitive language. We are using HTML to represent data on the web page. You can write anything about the HTML. Text MERK. Here what I am doing, just simply I am writing hypertext markup language. Save it. Refresh, you are getting that one. Here, what is this? This is definition term and this is a description about the particular term. Next thing is, here I am giving BR in the DT. You are writing like this. That's why don't use BRs. This one is the correct manner. Okay. This is description. It's very small and is just thing.